Hi, welcome to this module where I'm going to show you how to create a Word document using a job application letter as an example.
I thought of creating a simple application letter just to demonstrate how we type, how we edit, basically how we outline an application letter on a Word document. So first of all, you want to locate your Microsoft Word on your PC because that's where we are going to type, remember. So you can see Word document is here pinned on my taskbar. You go right ahead and click there. It should open it. But if it's not pinned on your taskbar, you can then type it in the search box here. Just type MS Word. There it appears. And then you click on it. It opens up. And we want to start working on this blank document because we want to have a working space here. It's called document 1 because we have not saved it, we have not given it a name, so by default Microsoft Word gives it a name called document 1. So here we start. This right here that you see flashing on my screen is called a cursor. A cursor is basically a point of start where you will start with your characters. If you start typing any characters that you hit on your keyboard, it will start there where it is flashing, where that little cursor is flashing. So I am going to start this letter. It's a job application letter, so I'm going to start with my own particulars. I would like to enter my details first. So I am going to take you through from character to character, from word to word, sentence to sentence, until we get to the end. I want to type my name now at the top there. So the first letter of my name should be in uppercase. How do I obtain that? So I hold on my shift key on my keyboard and I type an A character. It should give it in capital letters as you see it. Then I can continue with my name. I hit a space bar to create a space between my name and my surname. A space bar is on your keyboard. The longest that is there, the longest key on your keyboard is called a space bar. So press it to obtain that space between word and word. A space bar is also just a character on its own. It's just that it's blank. Okay, so I want to type my surname now. So again, I press down the shift key and I press H for my surname so that the letter H should appear in capital letters. So now I go on with my surname, and once I get at the end of the line, I hit the enter key. I press the enter key on my keyboard to force this line to take me to the next line where I'm going to type my PO box. Again, that I have demonstrated to you. You hold down shift for capital letters if you want to obtain capital letters, and then your space bar if you want to create a space between one letter and the next, or one word and the next. Okay, so PO Box 411 Oshakati. Don't forget, enter key to take you to the next line. Namibia. I press my enter key twice because I want a blank line in between there. So there are two lines, so that's why I pressed my enter key twice. I'm going to type in my date, which is 22 December 2019. I hit my enter key once, twice to lift two blank spaces. Now I'm going to write my address. I'm going to put up my address where I'm addressing this letter to. So I am sending it to Ms. Naia Shakumu. She's a human resource manager. Enter key again to take me to the next line. She works for Namport. private bag. One 3320 Walvis Bay, Namibia. You can see I have typed my word there wrong. Namibia is not typed like that. So if you look on your keyboard, we have a backspace key. In order for you to delete those characters one by one, you just press your backspace key like that. You can see the T is deleted, and then it still does not read correctly. So what you need to do is navigate with your mouse. You use your mouse to bring the cursor where you want to correct. We are missing a letter here between M and B, so you bring your cursor right there between the M and the B, and then you put in the character that you want to type, which is an I. You bring your cursor back at the end of the line in order for you to be able to press the enter key so you can force it to go to the next line. See what happens. If my cursor was still there and I press enter right in the middle of Namibia there to bring it to the next line, it will cut it and bring BIA to the next line, and that's not what we want to do. So you press your backspace key to return it to where it belongs. You use your mouse, you take your cursor right behind the word Namibia, and that's when you have to press your enter key to take you to the next line. You press it twice to create a blank space or a blank line there, and then we say Dear Miss Naye. Enter. Application for employment. Enter. Then we can start typing our letter now. I was so excited when my former co-worker told me about the opening for an administrative assistant position in your organization. You press the enter key to take us to the next line where we're going to start our next paragraph. I hope you have noticed when I came to the end of this sentence, assistant, I hope you have noticed what happens there. Let's go on to the next paragraph. I'll explain to you now. I have worked for small companies for my entire career, and I relish the opportunity to wear many hats. And you've noticed what happened? When I got to the end of this line, this is where our margins end. Our margin starts here, it starts there, and it ends here. If I click here, you can see that line, that is where our margin ends. If I click here, you can see that line, that is where our margin starts. So, When we got to the end of this line, my hats, you can see that I did not press the enter key, but it automatically jumped to the next line, and that is what we call word wrapping. I did not have to press the enter key. So every time we get to the end of the sentence close to the margins, where our margins ends, then Microsoft Word wraps the words and brings it to the next line. So that is what we call word wrapping. So let's continue. Where was I? To wear many hats and work with the team to succeed. In my previous role as an administrative assistant at Hamata, I saved my employer thousands of dollars in temp workers by implementing a self-scheduling system for the customer. Service reps that cut down on cancelled shifts. Full stop. Here we hit the enter key because we have not reached the margins. It will not automatically wrap the word, so we have to force to the next line. I have attached my resume for your consideration and hope to speak with you soon about your needs for the role. Full stop. We hit the enter key again. Best regards. Enter twice. My name, signing off. We have come to the end of our letter. Let me just show you a few editing keys. You can see here that employment is underlined or highlighted, underlined in red rather. It's because we have misspelled this word. The computer picked it up that there's a spelling mistake in this word as well as in this word. It's supposed to be co-worker and not to what it's written there. So in order for us to correct it, we can put the cursor right at the end of the word. We use our backspace key to delete what we don't need. We don't need all that, and then we can just correct it. Co-worker. With the word employment, you can just right click on it and it gives you a few suggested words that we can pick from to correct it. So we would like it to be employment, so we click on there and then it is corrected. If we look at this, it says workers by implementing a self-scheduling system. This is supposed to be self. The same way we right click on there, we can see we have alternative words to use and we want to pick self. So we click on self and it automatically corrects it. Now it is underlined in blue. Microsoft Word is not happy with how it looks like, so let me try and put that and see how it looks. Yes, now Word is happy with it. The word Oshakati and this name, Naya's name, the company's name, Wolvish Bay, all this is also underlined in red because the computer does not recognize it as an English word. Remember, we are using English United States, so it does not recognize it as an English word, so that's why it's underlined. We can simply add it to our dictionary. I will show you so that next time when we use the same word, it will not be underlined because now it exists in the dictionary. You just right click on the word like I did there. You select add to dictionary. So once you add it there, it's on our dictionary now. Next time it will not be highlighted. I'm now not going to do every word in here because I don't want to take up your time, so you know what to do. So now what I'm going to show you lastly is how to save this document. Okay, on the top left hand corner there is a tab that is called File. You can either click on there or you can go to your quick access toolbar here. There is this button that is called Save, or you can go directly and click there. So if I click on there, it asks me, where do you want to save it? Where am I saving this document? So I want to save it in my computer. So I click on computer, and then it brings me this menu again where I need to browse exactly where in my computer do I need to put it. Usually I save my documents under documents here, so you click on documents and then you give your file a name. So I'm going to say application letter. I'm going to say job application letter, and then I click on save. Now our document is saved, and you can see on the title bar the name has changed from document 1 to job application letter. So because we are done, you can now go to the far right corner and just click on the close button there. It should close the page or the document. Thank you very much for joining me.